Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as that notification bell so that YouTube lets you know of every time that I upload. Getting into this video, I wanted to show you guys basically affordable makeup products, somewhat under $10 for brown skin girls. For all my brown sisters out there who ain't got it like that, but still want to, do their makeup and beat their face or whatever, I got you. I got you, sis. I know how you feel. So what I'm going to do is recommend and show you how these products work, how they look. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the first product that we all know we should be starting with is primer. So I have one primer here to show you guys, and it's my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. And this is what that looks like. Don't mind my nails. I am down to my last two pinky nails, and they are looking a hot mess right now. I got the other ones off, but I'm down to my last two, and they are not trying to go anywhere, so don't mind that. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, and this primer, let me see. Oh, by the way, all of these products are most likely going to be sold at your local Ulta. So if you guys are interested in any of these, I can actually link the Ulta link down in the description box if you guys are interested. But this e.l.f. primer is going to run you $10. So $10 at your local Ulta, you can invest in this primer. So I'm just gonna apply my primer to my T-zone. I usually go ham with my primers. I really do like this primer. It's a really good affordable one. I think it really does blur out what it needs to blur out. And I do have stuff that it needs to blur out. So my pores are actually pretty huge, if you guys didn't know. Alright, so before I continue with this video, I just want to be completely honest with you guys. I went out and bought me a bottle of wine for the night. I am here by myself. I want to enjoy myself. I want to film this video for you guys. So I went out and got me a bottle of red Moscato. So we're going to be sipping and doing our makeup for this video. Okay, so I also have my cute little wine glass that my sister got me for graduation. It says, I was told there'd be wine. And you were right, sis, because there's definitely going to be wine. And we're just going to pour up. Oh my goodness. Yes, girl. All right. Listen, okay. Mind your business. Oh my God. So back to the video. We went in with our primer. And now we're going to go in with foundation. And I have 3 different foundations here, but I'm only going to be using one. But I do want to show you guys 3 different affordable foundations. So the first one I have is by Collab. I don't know if you guys can see. And I got this from my local Sally's. I'm not sure how much I paid for this, but I will leave it on the screen once I find it. But this is actually a really good foundation. Very affordable, like I said. And this is the shade Tawny. So it's a shade Tawny. So I actually really do like that foundation. My next foundation is my LA Girl Pro Coverage, and this is also a really good foundation. I know it comes off a little bit orangish, reddish, but honestly, I can work with it, okay? The last foundation I have is my favorite foundation, which is the True Match foundation in the color Nut Brown. So I forgot to tell you guys the price and shade of the LA Girl Pro Foundation. The shade is Warm Caramel, and I paid $7.99 for this at my local beauty supply store. I kind of want to go in with True Match and Collab. So I'm going to be using these 2 foundations for this video and mixing them together. I'm going to pour my True Match on my hand. And then I'm going to pump a pump and a half or 2 pumps on top of that. And then I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk brush. You can use any foundation brush you have. This is just for makeup products, not makeup tools. So use whatever brush you have. And then I'm just going to mix it and just apply it to the face. Wow, I really like this color actually. This is perfect. My hair's in the way. Also, if you guys are wondering where this hair is from, make sure you check out the iCard above in the top right corner of your screen. I feel like these two foundations together give off a very great coverage. I'm not mad at it. So the next thing I'm going to do is my brows, and for brows I'm going to be using my Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim pencil, and it's just this dual-sided pencil here. It has the brush side and then it has the pencil side over here, and this shade is black brown. So I'm going to use the brush side first and just brush my brow hairs upwards. I need another sip of wine. So I'm going to take the pencil side and lightly fill in my brows.
I'm talking what, right?
I'm going to be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, which is a very affordable concealer that probably every black YouTuber owns. This concealer will run you about $5 at your local beauty supply stores. But I'm going to use this to clean up the bottom of my brows, and then I'm going to go back in with foundation to clean up the top. Okay, so I have the bottom of my brows done. I'm going to take the Collab foundation that I used earlier and just clean up the top of my brows. So I have my brows on and I think they look okay. Could be better, but I don't know. I think they're all right. Moving on to another sip of my wine. Okay, so next we're going to move on to concealing the under eye area and the other areas that we usually conceal. So for concealer, I'm going to be taking the same LA Girl Pro Concealer in a color Fawn. Wow, I look really crazy right now. So I'm going to go ahead and blend out the everywhere but my under eyes because I want my under eyes to sit a little bit. So I'm going to blend here. And I'm just going to blend out the edges of my under eyes. Okay, so while we are waiting for the concealer to settle down a little bit, we're going to move on to contour. And for contour, this is like my favorite part after concealer, because I actually got this contour stick from Dollar General, and I did tell you guys that in my, not my last video, but the video before that. Check the cards above for that video. But I have the Black Radiance concealer stick to contour with in the shade 8003, and it's just this pretty warm chocolate brown. If I can find the link, if Ulta sells this, I will link this down below. But if it's not Ulta, I will find another link to this. So I'm going to use this to contour my forehead a little bit. Try not to mess up my baby hairs. I'm going to contour my cheekbones. Okay, so now that we let the concealer sit a little bit, I'm actually going to go in and blend it out. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty brush to blend out my contour for my cheekbones. And when doing this, I'm going to press in and push up. You don't want to drag your contour down because you're going to look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow, and you don't want that. So we're going to press in and push up. And I'm actually going to drag it up here towards my temples and go the whole way up to where I started my contour. Okay, so the contour and the concealer is blended out. So what I'm going to do is go in next with my Milani concealer. And you guys, if you watch any of my other videos, you know that this is my holy grail as well. And it's just the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. And this is the color Natural Sand. This is my color that I use. And this concealer at Ulta will run you $8.99. So I'm going to use this to actually highlight underneath my eyes and my T-zone area. So again, like I did before, I'm going to let my under eyes sit, but I'm going to blend out everywhere else. Okay, so now that I blended out everywhere else, I'm going to actually go in and start blending out the edges of my under eye concealer. That was a lot. Okay, so while my under eyes are settling down a little bit, I'm going to take my Morphe 350 palette and I'm going to go in and set my eyelids with this color right here. Okay, so I set my eyelids and now I'm going to go in and blend out my under eyes. And I forgot to mention to you guys, just because I used that shade in my Morphe palette doesn't mean you have to use that shade. You can just use your setting powder, but I honestly wanted to try that powder, that eyeshadow out, so that's why I use that. It's just a shadow that was close to my skin color, so that's why I went in with it. So I'm going to take my foundation brush and just go over the edges of my concealer. Next, I want to go ahead and set my under eyes before I start creasing. So I have two different setting powders here, but I'm only going to use one of them. So the first one I have is from Black Opal, and it's just, is this Black Opal? Yeah, this is Black Opal, and the shade 100. It's their Invisible HD Finishing Powder, and this is what the front of it looks like. It just has a B on there. I'm going to go in with my Morphe setting powder, and this is the shade Banana Rich. It's the Bacon Set setting powder. We're going to go in with that one today. And to apply that, I'm going to use one of my disposable sponges. And I'm going to take my sponge. This is what the sponge looks like, by the way. So I'm going to dip in there, blow off the excess, and just press that in underneath my eyes. Actually gonna go in with another powder on top of this. This was just to set it. The next powder I'm gonna go in with is my Revolution powder, and that one is definitely under $10. I feel like I should have never used this powder in this video because I don't want anybody to say, well, I don't have the Morphe powder, or I can't afford to get the Morphe. It's honestly not expensive, but it's not under $10 either, so that's why I'm gonna go in with another powder to show you guys what I would use to basically brighten up my under eye. Like, this is just to set it, make sure I have no creasing or anything, but I'm going to go in with a different, more yellow powder to brighten it. Ooh, I have a lot of ice in here. So the powder I'm going to go in to highlight or brighten my face is my Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. This is basically the dupe to the Ben Nye banana powder. If you guys heard of that, that's the more expensive version of this, but this is literally the dupe for it, and it's sold at Ulta, and the price for this is $8. So I'm gonna go in and bake underneath my eyes. Wow, this is really bright. I hope I don't get crazy flashback with this. Oh my gosh, I am praying for recovery after this. I don't know what this is about to look like. I hope I don't have to go in and fix this. This is pretty scary. So I'm going to use it up here. Yeah, I'm a little scared of the results, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna dust it off my forehead a little bit. This is very nerve-wracking. Like, anxiety just went through the roof. I'm just gonna dust it off a little bit everywhere else because I don't want to be bright everywhere else. So you guys are gonna be a little bit mad at me, but I didn't think about the bronzer part. The only bronzer that I usually use is my Morphe AH palette, and it looks like this. And I just tried to go on the website to see how much this costs. Google said it was like $25, but I went on Morphe and I could not find this palette for anything. And I also went on Ulta and I could not find this palette. So I'm gonna look again after I'm done filming and see if I can link wherever I can find this down below. But this is the only bronzer palette that I use, the bronzer contour palette. So I really apologize. But this is probably the only expensive, somewhat expensive product in this video. So I'm just gonna use this to contour, powder contour where I cream contoured. Contour this big old forehead I got. I'm gonna go ahead and dust off my under eye powder. I'm hoping it does not look crazy. Okay. Wow. It's so smooth. What? So I was definitely underestimating this powder. It does not look bad at all. The brush that I applied my eyeshadow with, I'm going to take that same bronzer and just go on the sides of my nose. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express mascara, and I actually got this from Dollar General. I got it the same time. I don't know why you guys can't see. I got it the same time that I got my contour stick, my Black Radiance contour stick, and my mascara runs for $7.99. So I'm not sure if I want to wear lashes. I've been liking my natural lashes lately. Alright, I have two different setting sprays here. One is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. And I know what you're thinking. Oh no, that's expensive. Morphe's so expensive. Honey, let me tell you. If you go on Ulta's website right now, they are having a sale for the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Actually, no, I'm wrong. If you go on, it could be Ulta too, but if you go on Morphe's website, they only have this spray, the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, for $8. $8, you guys. That is it. That is not a lot. I think the normal price is about $16 or $17, but they literally have it on there for $8, which I need to get a new one because I am gone. Alright, so the other setting spray that I had was from City Color, and it's just this matte setting spray, and I actually got this from my local Five Below for like $5, $4 or $5. I'm gonna go into the same contour palette, the Morphe AH palette, and I'm going to be using this color here on the end, and this color is Mirage. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose. Let's throw a little bit of highlight right here in the middle of our lids. So the last step in this makeup look is lips, and it's very minimalistic. I'm just going to go in with my peppermint chapstick. Best chapstick ever. And then I'm going to be taking just a clear lip gloss from Wet n Wild. And this is what it looks like. It's a little discolored because of putting it over top of lipsticks. But it's the Mega Slicks lip gloss. Alright, you guys, so that is really the end of this makeup look. It was very simple, not too much, just an everyday type of makeup look for the simple brown skin girl. This honestly can go for anybody, but obviously for the colors, the shades I used. Again, if you guys are interested in where I got this hair from, make sure you go click this link right here and watch that video. It is a very good video, I promise you. For my girls who want to wear makeup but don't want to do the most, this look is for you. For my brown sisters who are cheap and want to get affordable products, this video is also for you. For anybody who is looking for affordable products, this is for you. So don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more makeup looks or hair reviews or, you know, real life shit. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.